Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching here at the St. Louis airport heading home. Wanted to give you an update on a lawsuit that we are all watching, and that is the FRAC lawsuit versus Merrick Garland and the ATF, Firearms Regulatory Accountability Coalition. Launched a suit a couple days ago, and it's a good one. It's a really good one. So much so that the federal government is scurrying. They have submitted a request for two things. One is for an additional 7 days in which to prepare their court defense, and an extra 20 pages for their response. The local rules, this is in the District of North Dakota, it's limited to 20 pages, so they're asking to be able to do 40 pages. Now, this is really good to see because they're scurrying. So there already, as you know, there are 6 lawsuits against the ATF, the DOJ, and part of this is that they are. What they're saying in this is that there's so many lawsuits they need an extra week so that they can get together and that so they can unify their defense and talk to some of the other parties involved, like the other attorneys that are working on their cases. But the question begs to be asked is, didn't they have all this information, knowledge, and preparation done when they decided to violate our rights with this rule? Solid question, one would think, but apparently they didn't. Shocker. So that's what they had asked for, and I'm going to read to you. I can't really give you the document yet until it's been cleared, but I'm going to read to you some of the words that they are using because the government sounds very agitated, very aggressive in asking for this, and it's probably because they're screwed. They're saying that FRAC intentionally delayed their filing, and that they knew about this rule for 18 months, and they had this time when they could have done a lawsuit. But they know full well that you can't file a lawsuit until the rule actually drops, because until it actually drops, or goes into effect, because people get upset about the word drops. Until it actually goes into effect, nobody's been wronged. You can't sue somebody for thoughts. You can't sue somebody for talk. So it had to actually be instituted first. And so what they're saying is that FRAC took this action on February 9th, and that it wasn't filed as a temporary restraining order. They're going right for an injunction. And because the rule gives people 120 days, then a 7-day extension is not really going to violate anybody's rights. It's not going to set anybody off. But the problem is that day one, when this rule started, it went into effect. They didn't give it any time for people to come into compliance. It was immediately effective, which means that on day one, minute one, it started violating people's rights. And FRAC's response is pretty good. So FRAC's response for the TRO part, they're saying that they filed a preliminary injunction because that motion explains in detail the rule's effective immediately. So the harm resulting from it is immediate. So they're going to try to stop it immediately, which is the way it's supposed to be done. The response also says that the ATF violated the Congressional Review Act, saying that they will prosecute individuals who purchase braced pistols within the first 60 days of the rule going into effect. Yeah, 60 days is when they're going to start enforcing it. FRAC also says that, of course, they couldn't file until day one of the rule, and that the ATF has made numerous changes on their website to the final rule, including one that was made on February 13th of 2023 related to the 922R section on the question and answer, the FAQ area. And then third, FRAC does a really good job telling them to jump in a lake. It says, third, the government does not need more time to analyze and respond to the complex issues of constitutional and administrative law. The government has been analyzing these issues for over 18 months now and published a 293-page rule addressing those issues. The claim that it needs more time to respond to these previously raised issues calls into question whether the decision was based on a consideration of the relevant factors and whether there is a clear error of judgment. And then FRAC kicks him in the teeth again, saying that we tried to hand deliver this numerous times, but the U.S. Attorney's Office, for whatever reason, we couldn't get it to them, and it's on their end, not FRAC's end. So a good update. The government is scurrying ATF, the DOJ. It appears to be operating from a position of weakness and not strength. They know that they screwed up. They know that they're in trouble with the plethora of lawsuits and the multiple angles they're coming from and the multiple locations they're in. They're not all in gun grabber friendly areas. So I'm gonna go head over to my gate, get on my plane. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you to CMMG for being a gracious host. You guys are phenomenal. Guys and gals, if you haven't seen the video I dropped late last night, CMMG has stepped up, issued the challenge for the gun industry. Where the hell were they? CMMG stepped up, put their money where their mouth is. They joined in a lawsuit suing the ATF, and I'll have their information that they're putting out later on today as well when I land. But check out that video. I'll pin it above. I'll put it in the comments down below. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. I love y'all. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it so more people see it. See you in the next one. Take care.